Okay, we are live. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. My name is Rochelle Fernandez, and I'm a doctoral student at the University of San Francisco. And today I will be talking about self-harm and distress management, basically. And so with that, let's jump right into it. Now, if you are having any immediate/urgent thoughts of self-harm, please contact your local healthcare provider or emergency healthcare place. This is more for information, psychoeducation, and mainly because I know that lately, or not just lately, therapy is still quite a bit of a luxury, and a lot of people don't get to therapy, especially when they need it. And so I'm trying to make these videos and putting them up on YouTube so that I can share what I know about this topic with others so that, it can hopefully help you. So why am I talking about this topic today? So self-injury, intentional self-injury, is the second largest cause of death among 15 to 24-year-olds. And when I heard this stat, I was pretty shocked. Though the first question was, what's the first, what's the first largest cause? And that was actually accidents. Road accidents is the first, it's the highest, the first ranking cause. Intentional self-injury, i.e. self-harm/suicide, are all the second largest, and followed by homicide. And this is a US number. I don't know if this applies globally, but this is the US number. It is still very much a taboo topic. And that's what I like to do. I like to talk about things that are difficult. I like to talk about things that are taboo because I feel like someone's got to talk about them. And I'm happy to do so. And self-harm and self-injurious behavior impacts not only the person who is distressed enough to engage in this, but it also impacts the family, and their surroundings, their friends, their family. I've just written family here, but I would extend this to sort of their family and close friend circle, the community in which they reside, and even the clinician. Even among clinicians, it's quite a bit of a hot button topic, and I'm sure almost every clinician there has harbored at some point or the other the fear that the fear of losing a client to suicide, because it terrifies folks, and very often it terrifies people to even talk about it. And that's why today I'm going to talk about it. Now let's think about sort of some reasons why. Why would a young person, think about hurting themselves? And I'm sort of putting self-harm and suicidal behavior in the same sort of category. However, I do want to share that those two things can be quite different depending on certain mental health conditions. Like there are certain circumstances in which a person will inflict hurts on themselves that are not suicidal but are still self-harming. And there are actually reasons for that. And there's a great book I read about this topic. It's called The General Theory of Love by 3 MDs. Dr. Amin is one of them, but I'll pull it up on the browser here. So you all have that resource if you're interested in it. But it had this really cool logic, about sort of these endorphins, or like, anti-pain things getting triggered in the brain that sort of help help the person. And I thought, well, they don't help the person in the long run. They just help the person feel good in the short run and mitigate their emotional distress. But in this slide, in this presentation today, I will be sharing some techniques to resolve your emotional distress without hurting yourself. So yeah, okay, going back to sort of the why. Why would someone hurt themselves? One of the reasons is this great story that's told by a monk named Ajahn Brahm, where he talks about how he was focusing on these two bad bricks that he had not laid properly when he was building the monastery, and he couldn't see all these 998 great bricks in the whole beautiful wall. He could only see these two mistakes, and I think that's a common feature of all of us as humans. We tend to look at the one thing we got wrong, the five great things that someone will tell us we don't pay attention to, but the one thing that's a developmental area, we'll focus on that. So in this in this situation, it's one of those things gone to the extreme, where you're only seeing those two bad bricks. That that one thing that's a bit off is all that the person's focused on. And there are some cognitive therapies to help with this. Dr. David Byrne, MD, he has a great book called Feeling Good. It's actually available for free on YouTube, and the whole audiobook is available. And he has a great TED Talk as well. That's another good resource. The second reason why is situational factors. Sometimes, bullying and those kind of, bullying, abusive situations, things that can really send you, thinking that there's kind of no way out here, so to speak. So there are those kind of factors as well. Then again, there are resources available. We as humans, if we have gone through, if I as a human am going through something, rest assured some other human somewhere across history and time or somewhere else in the globe has encountered the same thing. And that's our existential burden, so to speak. And so there are resources out there. You are not alone, no matter what. No matter who is harassing or bullying you online or whatever, in person, anything, there is a resource, there is a way out, and that way out need not be out of this planet. Just want to throw that out there. And the third reason is the one I kind of skipped ahead and went into more detail ahead of time, which was the internal unbearable distress. And that sort of distress tolerance is what I'm going to be talking about today and focusing on today, because I guess cognitive therapies and CBT is a very big topic for me to sort of cover, in a quick, informal sort of talk like this. Plus, I don't know very much about CBT myself. I am a student. I know briefly about it, but it's not like I'm trained to do it for someone. However, I have studied distress tolerance, and so I will be happy to share with you all that I know. So in distress tolerance, what do you do? Okay, so this is a cool little, what do they call it? Mnemonic or something. If you look at these letters on my screen, it says accepts, or the physical associations, not PA. Anyways, accepts. That doesn't mean you accept something and act on it. What this means is this is just a cool little mnemonic for you. Anytime you're feeling distressed, to just go back and go, oh, hey, what was the A? What was the C? What was the E there? And I'm going to go into more detail in the next slide. I like to go through this, through these sort of strategies in a different order. And that's why I put it this way. Okay. So I'm going to start with the middle box right there, the middle, what is it, a hexagon? Octagon? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexagon. So sensations, which is actually the last one on this, but I'll start off with this one because, you know, we are sensing, feeling persons. We can use our sense of smell, you know, some aromatherapy, nice smelling things, a lovely flower. Yeah, I have some right here. Some beautiful flowers to smell. Our sight, you know, make beauty something that you aspire towards. Look at beautiful things. You know, if you're feeling extremely distressed, sounds, good music, beautiful music, meditative music, peppy songs if you're feeling down, happy songs if you're feeling sad. You know, that kind of thing. You can use your sense of sound for that. Taste, chocolate's always good. Though, you know, one might say, don't overdo it. That can lead to a different disorder altogether, but we won't go there today. And touch, you know, massage, hot shower, cold shower, you know, whatever you feel like, walking briskly, feeling the cold air on your face, or taking a hot yoga class and, you know, feeling the sort of sweat dripping down. And that would actually check off another box too, namely activity. And activity is another one of those things where, you know, you don't want to work out before you work out, but then once you've started working out, you wish you do it more often. So activity is another one if you're in a bit of, you know, distress and not feeling so great. Contributing, you know, going out there, doing some good for someone, doing good for anyone across, you know, across the board, across sort of the internet. Now, you know, well, ever since lockdowns, I feel like so many of us have in some ways become even more connected because we can actually connect with people across the globe over YouTube, over Zoom. You know, that of course does not substitute for actual live human connection, but nevertheless, if you are feeling down and you don't feel like, you know, getting dressed to go out, there are ways to contribute online as well. Another one, which I think is in some ways the most important, compassion. Having compassion for yourself, for your own feelings, having compassion for that side of you that's sad or feeling down or feeling in extreme distress. You know, look at that feeling like you would a 2-year-old, you know, a little toddler, and comfort that inner part of yourself that's probably hurt and upset. Emotion, and that's more the opposite emotion. I alluded to this a little bit when I spoke about sound. You know, if you're feeling angry, or if you're feeling low energy, say, and you put on like a peppy, happy song, that can help because it'll, you know, the beats will kind of get you going. Yeah, and thoughts. The thoughts actually go into the CBT realm, the cognitive behavioral therapy realm, where you ask yourself, you know, for proof of when something has not been so. So say you make an assumption that you know, that everything is horrible. Try to come up with some thoughts of when things have not been quite so horrible. And so, yeah, try to challenge your thoughts. That's another one or way to look at it. And finally, physical association. And now this one is actually a really fun one. There's, I don't know if I put this in the next slide. I might have. No, okay. Well, I'll talk it through. The same monk, Ajahn Brahm, he tells this wonderful story of something that he makes people do when they come to his monastery for a 9 or 10 day silent retreat. he tells them, look, when you go, like if you are having trouble meditating and being in the present moment, because all this garbage from the past is coming up, I want you to buy a brown paper, or not buy, he has them, brown paper, toilet paper and a brown Sharpie. And he says, just go to the bathroom and write all your problems, on the toilet paper, and then roll it up and just, flush it, put it in the toilet bowl. Think about it, things maybe that you've done, things that other people have done to you, all the bad shit. Well, will YouTube take down my video for that? I hope not. Anyways, all the crap that has happened in your life, write it on that toilet paper and flush it down. That's now you made that physical association, of that thing being the crap of your life, and you flushed it down. It helps. It really does. I actually have tried it myself. It's pretty good. And okay, on the this is another resource I want to share with you all. So many of you may know that I love Dr. Jordan Peterson. He's just incredible. And I also love this guy, Akira the Don. He makes this really cool music. And this one particular song comes to mind when I was speaking about sort of the, choose beauty, go for beauty, and try to beautify your surrounding, because it'll also help with sort of what you see in your vicinity. And I'll just play a little bit of a snippet.
This is also why, I've mentioned to people that they should clean up their rooms. That's become quite the internet meme. But I'm really serious about it, because it's really hard to do that. It isn't just that you clean it up. You also make it beautiful. Make it beautiful. Make it beautiful.
Okay. I'll hit pause there so that my video does not get taken down. But if you go to my channel and look up, I have a playlist there called Morning Motivation. I have all of these, I think they call wave or something. I don't know this genre of music, but they're all, Akira the Don's music that's in that queue. And he takes Dr. Jordan Peterson's words and mixes them up, and the combination is just incredible. I also will have this video here, the toilet paper story that I just told you all about. I have this in a queue that I called, or playlist that I called a Monkey Business. And my Monkey Business queue and my Morning Motivation queue are both public playlists, so you can check that out. It's pretty good. I also spoke a little bit about Dr. David Byrne, Dr. David Byrne's and his book Feeling Good. He has a free audiobook. It's on YouTube. I will put this link in the description as well. And and he also has a really good TED Talk that you might want to look into, because apparently, he talks about his journey about this book and kind of how he began to suggest this therapy, and actually this book became part of that therapy in helping people to combat feelings of depression and whatnot. So this was a pretty short video that I did today. Short for me, because some of you who know me may know that I can speak for a very, very long time. So thank you for your kind attention. And if you have any more information, any edits that you'd like to make to the information that I have, please leave me the researcher's name and the year of publication, etc., so that I can continue to expand my knowledge on this topic. If you want a topic covered, please feel free to leave that in the comments as well. And thank you again for your time and attention. And feel free to share this with someone you care about. Take care. Bye. Bye, everyone.